never sleeping, still making sales. One hand on the wheel, couple bands on the mill. Playing on the field, weird on the scale. In the air for 20 years, I was unavailable. Seen how much I'm worth, started thinking I was dateable. All my getting rich dudes, I done paid a few. Smoking weed by the zip, millions, I done made a few. Safe to stay, I'm stacking up and staying out the way. Big bag, I want a big bag. If it ain't getting money, you can skip that. Big bag, I want a big bag. Put you in a Rolls Royce, let you kick back. I'm still whiz, got me in that mood. How they hating when they know that I'm that dude.
Coming up next, it's a UFC heavyweight division collision. All right, so here he is, one of the more prolific takedown artists in the UFC at present. And when you get some praise from Daniel Cormier when it comes to your offensive takedown game, you know you're doing something right.
And you talk about wrestlers and judo players and grapplers, but this guy just combines all of that. He is able to use foot swings from the grappling game. He is able to use throws from judo, and he's able to use wrestling from the wrestling game to take people down. He has an array of takedowns at his disposal, and he uses every single one of them. From the speed of the level change to the timing to the knowledge of where to go next. When the guy starts to defend, he's truly, truly something special.
I don't think he could take you down, but tonight he doesn't have to. So in this matchup, prevailing wisdom is he'll be able to get this fight to the canvas. All right, so here he is right now at present, the best we have to offer at 145 pounds, the undisputed featherweight king, Alexander Volkanovski. And you want to talk about a championship performance as betting underdog. A lot of people look at Rafael dos Anjos back in the day against Showtime Pettis. How about what Volkanovski did in outclassing Max Holloway to realize UFC gold? And he's just starting to put it all together. So it's a scary proposition for the rest of this featherweight division to think just how good this Volkanovski could be now, having made those improvements since winning the belt against Holloway. And now our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. More than 5 years apart, with some differences in height and a similar reach. And now for the official introductions, we go inside the octagon where we find the venerable Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Assassin. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. A mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 25 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Alexander the Great Volkanovski. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Yves Levine.
The veteran Yves Levine draws the assignment here.
You ready?
All right, so here we go. Round 1 is underway. I can't wait to see how this fight plays out, because he told us on Thursday that despite his opponent's submission acumen, he's more than willing to engage him on the ground.
A lot of times guys fight with their ego. They try to go and fight their opponent in their spots. Let's see if this proves to be a very bad decision.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem. And they separate. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by the gentleman.
Oh, tags him with the left. That is an educated left hand.
Educated left hand. He's throwing it so fast and so crisp.
Ground and pound strike there now. Oh, reversal here, DC.
What a way to switch the position. Fantastic movement by the bottom fighter.
Lands with the ground and pound.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here. He's attacking guillotine.
He might get a finish here. Oh, how about this as he jumps to side mount to try to counter the guillotine with a Von Flue choke. Ovince St. Preux would be proud. The sheer will is really remarkable to watch. All right, full guard now, DC.
The fighter on top needs to be trying to gain posture to throw ground and pound and then move to the next position. But if you're on the bottom, you've got to build a shield. Try to push your opponent off to try to get back to your feet. And there was an elite elbow. So he's mixing everything up.
Well, he's got the ground and pound going now. Strong work from the top here by Volkanovski. Might be a submission attempt here, champ.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities.
Under a minute now to go in the round. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Oh, that'll work. The ground and pound strike is good. All right, it's a good ground and pound by him here, certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee off of you. This guy is throwing punches to be effective, to throw damaging strikes. He's doing a fantastic job.
All right, let's look back at some of the action, DC. Your good friend Mark Coleman, the godfather of the ground and pound, would be proud.
He'd be very proud. He'd be very proud with the way that he showed his ability to use his ground and pound. He didn't waste any action. He did everything he needed to do. He was able to posture. He was able to control wrist. He did everything perfectly in his approach in that ground and pound sequence.
You ready? You ready?
Control the pace.
He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks.
That's a perfect scramble right there. Beautiful position. Oh, and there's a takedown attempt there, DC. I'm no analyst, but that one was pretty telegraphed, not his best effort.
Yes, he may as well have sent a text message to his opponent saying, I'm going to shoot the moment the fight starts. Of course, he got defended. Set up your attacks, young man.
How close he gets on the feet. His opponent in a lot of trouble now.
That was Cain Velasquez's punch of choice. Every time he landed that overhand right, he hurt people bad. And this guy has his opponent hurt very badly again.
All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie. Well, he's always on the counterattack, but a nice leg kick there by Volkan. 3 minutes now to go in round two. Well, he has really picked up the pace here in round two. Oh, an even roll right into a heel hook attempt, or so it looks. Man, this is flashy, but certainly effective here tonight. Let's see if he can close the show from here.
Oh!
Escape, escape, escape.
Nicely done. So 3 minutes have flown off the fight clock there. Continuing to work out of the half guard. Well, you got to stay busy on the bottom. He's doing it here. Nice punch. Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound?
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter, and he's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud. One minute to go. Nicely done there as he forces the miss from his opponent. Side control now. Oh, and he's able to land a straight right there from the bottom. Nicely done by Volkov. 20 seconds left. A lot of top pressure being applied here. Round 3 next. Well, I'm not sure the extent to which he has recovered, but we do see the end of the round. DC, talk us through the replay.
Well, he's a tough guy. He's going to make it to the stool. He's going to survive unless you put him completely out of there. Unfortunately, he's in there with a guy that does have that ability.
Non-stop punches. That's what I like to see. This next round, we want even more. Mix up your strikes a little bit. Be unpredictable. Don't let him know what's coming. We know you're...
All right, so here we go. Next round is underway. It looked like maybe we would get a finish by submission in the previous round. Close, but no cigar.
Close, but no cigar. He's going to have to do things differently if he's going to submit this guy.
Well, just as he did the previous round, continuing to land a high number of strikes here, and he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down. Scary, scary proposition for the opponent. Well, Alexander Volkanovski has never lost a pro fight at 145 pounds, and if his boxing is any indication, that is a record that is probably going to hold up after tonight.
Volkanovski follows the game plan to a T. Whatever you said, he jumps on a headlock. We call this in wrestling just a headlock, and if you're not careful, you can get stuck in an arm triangle. Watch triangle, watch triangle. He needs to push the arm to the side. Get his head against the mat. Now watch as he goes to the finish. Watch his chest go to the mat. He goes flat, all weight into his. Oh, he might have got him with the choke.
Wow. All right, right into side control here, DC. Biggest difference between half guard and side control?
Well, side control to me feels like a little bit less control because now my legs aren't really doing anything anymore. Now I'm controlling you with my upper body. So I've got to be very, very aware. It's still advantageous, but it just seems a little more free-flowing than having something like a half guard.
Man, this is some serious ground and pound here, DC. He's not just staying busy for the sake of staying busy. These strikes are doing damage.
Oh yeah, no pity pat to this guy. This guy's trying to land, and he's trying to land effective strikes.
Bottom fighter trying to control posture, unable to do so.
And now he's in a lot of danger. He's got to grab that head or he's going to get blasted.
Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. "90 seconds to go in the fight. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Volkanovski. Oh, nice job here staying busy off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. Oh, how about the speed on that reversal there? I mean, I know you can get out of some bad spots, but not with that type of speed.
You cannot allow him to get leverage on the bottom. What a sweep. Big leg kick land.
Got the single collar tie.
Got to the clinch, controlled the posture, and lands some big knees from his hole. Look at the turn in that kick.
Continues to mix it up, going to the head, mixing in some body shots. All right, so as we await the judges' scorecards, DC will look back at his handiwork. He had it all going from a striking standpoint tonight.
Man, he did a great job. It was very entertaining to watch someone be in such a great state of flow, a great flow state in regards to the stand-up. He said that tonight he's going to be very impressed with his performance, and I am thoroughly impressed.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score the contest 29-28. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Alexander the Great Volkanovski!
So the judges are in agreement tonight. He is your winner by unanimous decision. Certainly pretty easy fight to score, I thought.
Yeah, I thought it was an easy fight to score. Whereas his opponent had a few moments, he was the one that truly did lead all the interactions. He's the person that truly did dictate the fight, was standing core on the ground. This is his fight. He won this fight, and he won it in dominant fashion.